Welcome everyone, I'm Tim and this is the controller. Thanks for clicking on Total Annihilation. This is a game that I've been excited about busting out for a little while now. Definitely will bring back a lot of nostalgia as this game came out in '97 I do believe, and I put in a lot of hours a couple of years after the release and had actually played it for quite a while, probably up until about 2010 or 11, and then it kind of went by the wayside. Haven't played it a whole lot, but I used to play multiplayer mode with friends, family, and just the single player mode with the skirmish and campaigns has just been so much fun. I'm really looking forward to diving into this, but let's just kick off things with a typical skirmish. We'll keep things pretty standard overall. Bust out one more computer player. We will ally them together just to make things a little bit more difficult. Can raise these up to 10,000 or all the way down to 200. The 1,000 is the default. We will roll with that. Commander, I don't know, not sure if you guys are familiar with this game. There are two commanders. It's a real-time strategy game, and you just build up your army and hopefully demolish the other computer players or just other players. Now, I typically like to go of where the game continues after the commander is dead, because I've actually found that the AI actually does a little bit better when their commander is down for the count. But you can play either way. I've enjoyed it this way. Now, since it has been so long since I've played this game, I'm gonna have the mapping be mapped as soon as unmapped until I discover it, and then once I discover it, the line of sight will be permanent so that way the terrain is visible at all times. Naturally, we will rock with the hardest difficulty, and selecting the map, I kind of want to, the pass I think is a pretty iconic level. Start on each side and you just wind through. But the AI seems to struggle a little bit winding through the mountain pass. It seems to be a little bit too easy for that. And Desert Triad, a little bit too small of map for a 3-person in my opinion. So I think the cold place will be a great place to start. We can build some ships or just land units, air, all of the above. But I think this is a decent sized map to where we won't be right on top of each other. But I think it should work out pretty well. Now it will be me versus 2 computer players. It's been a while, but hopefully we can do it. With that, let's jump into it. Alright, just gotta get my controls all figured out once again. So you need 2 resources primarily. You have the metal, which I am building right now, metal extractor on those deposits. And then you also need some energy. So, this did say strong winds for here. So I think we will in fact build the wind generators. Well, that's disappointment. Things aren't going to be all neat and tidy. Oh my goodness. Alright. We'll get things rocking and rolling here. So we got the energy over here up on the top and the metal. A couple things we gotta watch. The 1,000 is the generic, how much we have in our resource bank. And then the plus 45 for the energy, minus 6. That's how much we're currently generating and how much we're currently using. So once the commander gets all of that built up, let's get one more deposit going. And I typically like to start with the vehicle plant. It doesn't cost quite as much metal or energy than the others, so it can build it a lot easier. But this seems like it's going a little slow. Ah, yes. Increase the game speed, plus 10. Just gotta rock plus 10 right off the bat. here's the overall map. Once we start kicking out some vehicles, I think we will, in fact, try to do a little bit of exploring. Just so we can kind of get a lay of the land a little bit. This game never was quite the best at it. I can't click on a guy. We'll just get him going around. We'll try to figure out where our enemy is located. All right, Commander, what did you find? Basically a whole bunch of nothing. Get a couple more wind going, and hopefully there's another metal deposit the other way. Alright. We'll actually get this guy going the opposite direction around the map. So the commander can build a generic different stuff, but these construction vehicles, they can start building a little bit of more advanced things. So something I typically do, get the anti-air defense over, valuable targets like the vehicle plant that I'm rocking and all of that. Yeah. Okay, where are the metal deposits? There's one. Another one back there. Metal usually ends up being the hardest part to get going. Okay, looks like we found some. The white guys are right there. And actually looks like I never even found the red ones. That's interesting. We got a pretty good base going right off the bat. So, also build these bigger guns as well. They take a little bit more resources to build. That should help against the land units, in addition to my roaming army that I will have. Now, I want to keep some of these guys back just for when we do get attacked. But I think it'd be good to kind of send these guys down and start dealing with stuff. And there is the red guys. Alright, so here is the Guardian. That thing will definitely punish any land units that are coming in. Working on building an advanced vehicle plant. And sounds like got some action going on from the guys that I brought down here. Let's bring them a little bit closer, a little tighter, and deal with stuff. And I think I'm going to want to get these guys roaming over there. So, as things stand, I'm kind of at a loss for what I typically do. I know I end up building a lot of these defenders, and groupings of 4 seem to work pretty good. Not sure about you guys, but that is sounding a little loud. I'll try to get that adjusted a minute. Hopefully that's a little bit better. So as we got our guys down here, can't believe we actually let them build a metal extractor. So they're sending in their army to deal with my guys. I'll kind of let them just die, I guess. Don't really care that much. this is where things will start to get interesting. Ideally, you want your commander who can build really well. You want him to just keep like assisting as much as possible. So you can have him like guard up plant, and he will just keep dealing with that. So looks like we do in fact have somebody coming in a little bit. Might be good to get our army coming in a little bit more. You always want your plants producing, guys. Just for the sheer fact of, as long as you can swing it with your metal, not bad to have. But it looks like indeed the white guys are coming in. So let's move our army a little bit closer. Most of the time they will be coming in from the south there, it looks like. We're gonna need a little bit more defense ability. So you can see this gun is doing some good damage. We got 64 units, 13 kills, only 6 losses. Things are looking pretty good, all things considered. Now, if you ever watch really good players, they will just absolutely annihilate stuff. Just be able to come in and just wipe things out. Now, you're going to be dealing with multiple enemies, and we should really start diversifying a little bit. Get some air coming in, air support. Flank it by a couple those defenders. And here we got some heavy artillery. Maybe we want those guys to come in too. Just let's have them set up shop about right there. Wait to get moved in. So with the advanced, we can, get like a Big Bertha, which is a long-range plasma cannon. We can get the fusion reactor, or we can turn around and upgrade our metal, which I think that is kind of what we're gonna want to be doing. We want to generate as much metal as possible. Get that guy starting there, and we'll have our commander help out for that. So we really need to create more. Things are not looking that good right now for me. I think I need to manually bring in my army to attack. And put multiple things on queue. Whites is obviously the closest. We'll deal with that. Take away as much metal as possible. We did a little good work on the Guardian. So our army up here is getting under attack by red. So it looks like they are actually coming in 2 different locations. That's going to be a little bit of a concern. Let's adjust these guys over here. We're trying to build too much right now without actually having enough resources. Oh, white's got a good wave coming in. We need to give a little of assistance. Okay, we might have scared him off. Once we get this Annihilator up and going, which it's actually not that far off from happening, I think we're going to be able to do some real good work. Got one construction vehicle reclaiming just metal deposits. Try to help keep boosting that up a little bit more, because we are going through plenty of that just in our generic building. And as soon as you are done, Commander, let's build more of those wind, because they are doing really, really well. And yes, I do have construction airplane that I can get building, which if I can get one of those in an advanced air, might actually end up starting to do pretty well. Let's build a Guardian up here. Help up top a little bit more, but this Annihilator has good range. They'll really be able to do some good work. Feel good about that. This mine is up and running now. Things are gonna be looking up for us. We just had a decent attack wave come in. Ooh, my Big Bertha is available. So that requires a lot of energy to go. If I can put that on fire at will, that will just start. That has a super long range. Oh, I thought it would be able to hit most of that, but it can hit a good chunk into white. So if it keeps firing, be sitting pretty good. We need to get more anti-air up front. I know that. Because there was a wave of rapiers that came in that were able to just do some real tough work on me. Can't have that happen. Where's my commander? Right there. Alright. So if we come back here, let's get another little storage area for... get more energy going. That Big Bertha firing, that should hopefully get us heading in the right direction. Got some aircraft patrolling around right there, which will make for real quick work when I want to do some clean up. My freedom fighters are helping out a little bit. I think we kind of need to get more Samsons out, which is a mobile missile launcher, which will help deal with the aircraft that come in. Things are looking all right, all things considered. Just keep getting hit wave after wave. But we have 310 kills. That's pretty good. And I'm actually thinking that we'll be able to start making some good headway here real soon of being able to push forward and advance. At least that's my hope. Yeah, this Big Bertha's already got 14 kills, veteran. Now this is going a little slower than I thought. I'm a little rusty. Normally I can have my commander non-stop doing stuff. Have like my construction vehicles would be being able to get out and move around, but just really struggling right now about being efficient and having enough energy, metal, all of that. So my energy storage, I have a lot of energy storage, but that goes down quick, and when that goes down, that means my Annihilator can't fire, which also means my Big Bertha can't fire, and that's a problem. So I think we will hit up taking care of white, and we'll just go on through and hopefully take a lot of them out. Just keep going around, and these brawlers make real quick work of stuff. What happened here? I think white had their commander. And I think white's commander just bit the dust. So I think now is the time where I'm going to need to send in my Air Force. And let's actually have you patrol down to there. That should keep them moving, kill off anything that needs killing off. Hopefully be able to deal with that. That is... There's some new units. I was rocking the base game before, and why are my planes all landing? Control, please. Armed forces are destroyed. Well, armed forces, core forces are destroyed. White are now taken care of. We got a pretty good army of aircraft here. I am very, very hopeful that we will be able to do some really good work on these guys. So, not exactly sure what the best strategy will be. I'm just going to put them on patrol to here. And that should take care of a lot of this miscellaneous junk that's in here. As they come in, they'll be able to start attacking. Red has a lot of forces, a lot of anti-air, but with all of my sheer force of brawlers, Red's able to pretty much take me out. Was a lot of forces that just basically got instantly destroyed. We have now reached our unit limit at 250. Thankfully, we were able to build a nuclear missile launcher. Now, there used to be a bug with this to where if you fired it, even if they had an anti-nuke, that wouldn't even matter, and you would still blow everything up. Anyway, let's see if anything has changed. No, it has not. So that... Can't believe it didn't take out those... whatever those Vipers are. That's just absurd. A lot going on down here, too. Let's send another nuke there. And we have a couple of these penetrators. Let's have you go all the way up there, and that was a big explosion. Wonder if that happened to kill the commander. Get them coming in the opposite direction. Looks like red is really hurting now. We can come in with our aircraft. It is official. Victory. 977 kills. So we were at that for quite a long time. We did lose 377 units or buildings. But all in all, we crushed the two computer players in energy and metal produced, and how much we had extra, and just dominated the score, more than doubling up. But this has been Total Annihilation. Thanks for joining, and thanks for watching. And until next time, powering off.